Ladies, unfortunately, men are predominantly not asking women out now in real life as a whole. It's not your fault. It's actually the dating apps that's the biggest culprit. Men are, unfortunately, using them as a psychological, emotional crutch. So if you've realized it's been a long time since a guy has asked you out in real life, don't personalize it. It's not that you're not beautiful enough. It's not that you're too old. Age is just a mindset, okay? But you've got to open conversations with men. And I know a lot of you are thinking, isn't that unattractive? Isn't it needy? Doesn't it come across as not the right thing to do? And actually, it's the exact opposite. And I'll explain why. I'm a man that can approach women if I'm single. And even I love it if a woman opens a conversation with me first, shows me that she's confident and a little interested in me, which makes it easier to ask her out if the conversation goes well. So comment below if you're willing to try it. Have you tried it? Let me know. Bye.
Because I'm gonna tell you what's worse than being single. You ready for that? You ready for what's worse than being single? Wishing you were.
It's true.
Up in some marriage, come on, I'm gonna keep it real with you. And you try to fast forward this thing and try to microwave this thing and try to take shortcuts in this thing because you just don't want to be alone on Friday night. And then you lower your bar.
Yeah.
And you didn't keep your standard of what it meant to be the one, what you've been chasing, what you're pursuing. You're like, he's this or she's this. And it's like, no, but you've been pursuing this righteousness that Christ has called you to, plugged into a ministry, using your spiritual gifts. And all of a sudden you're just like, I just feel like I'm running out, and you settle. I'm telling you, we do a lot of counseling with people. And this is real talk. We do a lot of counseling with people that feel stuck in marriages because they made decisions at your age that were not based upon biblical wisdom and guidance, and they were chasing feelings.
Yeah.
Chasing feelings. So what's worse than being single? Wishing you were.
You know, I always think about, when we talk about, you know, approaching and things of that nature, I always think about how men used to say hello a lot, right? Hey, how you doing? But I think with the way modern women act, then a man's, you know, a lot of these men just kind of go their way and they do their thing. You know, why do men do that? How could men ignore us? Not necessarily ignoring, I'm just going on about my day, right? You have women out here that are crazy. They're weird. Say things like, oh, you know, he's making me uncomfortable because I said hello. Because I said, how's it going? What are your plans for this week? Literally, you have women out here. There was a woman got online talking about how a man made her uncomfortable because he asked her, or he mentioned what floor she lived on. It was like, oh, you're from the 4th floor. Oh, now I know you're watching me. No, we live in the same building. We work out at the same gym in our apartment. Are you okay? I've seen you in my apartment. I've seen you in my building. Are you all right?
If you're one of the women out there that's still asking why men don't approach, this is not only hilarious, but it is on accurate. Check this out.
I hate when guys approach me. Why? Because I don't want to be bothered? Like, clearly, I'm doing something. Go away. Okay, so I guess you meet guys online then? Ew, no, what kind of creep stalks my IG and DMs me? Oh, okay, so you approach the guys then. Oh, what? Why would I ever date a guy who didn't have the confidence to approach me? But you just said you hate when guys approach you. Yeah, only when I'm clearly doing something. Plus, those guys are always super awkward anyway. How is a guy supposed to know when you're clearly doing something? And yeah, of course he's going to be a little bit awkward. He's starting a conversation out of thin air with a girl who may or may not be attracted to him and may or may not be busy. I mean, just approach me at a bar or a club. That's when I tend to meet guys. You mean when you're drunk and impulsive? Yeah. How do those relationships tend to go?
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. And you see that a lot of these modern women want the perfect man, which I get. It's just that a lot of times you guys don't really bring perfection. You bring chaos, trouble, stuff that men can't use, stuff that men don't want to be a part of. It almost seems like modern women bring the exact thing that a man doesn't want. Does that make sense? Like, out of all of the things, like say for instance, a man has a list of things that he wants, could tolerate, and then the things that he absolutely cannot tolerate. And she brings none of the things that he wants. Well, you know, she probably looks good. So that's a thing. It's a major thing that he wants. But she's not bringing anything in the middle. I have the looks, But then all this other stuff that you don't want, I'm going to bring. High body count, I'm going to bring that. Instead of just saying, okay, well, there's been a few guys that I've, experimented with, we'll say it like that. You've experimented with the entire town. What am I going to do with that? I mean, unless you're a dude and you've experimented with the entire town, then yeah. And I guess if you like a woman that has experimented with the entire town, then I guess that wouldn't be a problem for you. So, if that's the case, I'm just saying, the things that a lot of men would say, well, I would kind of go this way and I'll kind of leave these things alone. The vast majority of the things that a man would leave alone, these modern women are bringing to the table.
So I recently asked men, actually quite a few posts back, why they do not approach women anymore. And sisters, they got in them comments, about 400 comments. And we getting ready to start. Number one, I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. I might have to do a part 2. Y'all are looking for studs? Y'all are not polite. Sisters, y'all not polite. Me Too and feminism. Apparently, they are afraid of being accused of SA. Everyone looks the same. No one stands out or is original. The system, social media, has destroyed y'all. Y'all are not safe. Okay. Y'all said y'all prefer a bear. Now, we're gonna have to expound on that, because apparently there was a poll that says where women asked who they feel safer around, they said men or a bear. Y'all chose a bear. The men are salty about that.
And once again, these modern women, they're really there for the experience. By the time they get through, I got to do this video for my followers, and they think it's okay, right? And this is fundamentally the problem. Everything that they do has to be content, which, the right man he'll get it and he'll understand it. Yeah, but you guys got to start making the connection with him first. Does that make sense? You guys got to start running stuff by him first, because you're there to connect with him. You're not really there to connect with your followers, right? Y'all ruin your relationships, and your social media, get the bag, got it, understand it. Get your money, whatever you want to do, fine. But instead, y'all are going on a date with men, and y'all are trying to get the validation and the opinion of your subscribers and your followers, and you're not even so the dude's already checked out. You take it, well, hold on, don't move yet, I gotta take a picture of this, and I gotta take a video of this, and all that stuff. Y'all not even walked in. Your reservations for 7:00 is 7:30. First of all, you show up late, and this is one of the places where you gotta be on time. You show up late, and then you got him waiting. It's already 7:12. Oh, we should be all right. Right, okay. Most of these places give grace, like a 15-minute grace period. But then you're out here taking videos and stuff like that and walking casually. I like to make an entrant. What are you doing? And then when the man don't call you back, I didn't work out. Men are intimidated, and you sitting there crying on live stream. You did that. You got to take accountability for that. Stop acting silly.
If a woman approaches a man first, a lot of men will accept, not necessarily because they are interested in you, but because you stroked his ego by initiating things and you made yourself available right away for him, and maybe you were just something to do at that moment. Put it this way, if you give a dog a bone or a treat, they're almost always going to take it because it's right in front of them. Even if they're not hungry or if they're not interested right now, they're probably going to take it anyway. I believe a woman can open the door and can give a man an invitation to ask her out, but should a woman ask a man out? No. I firmly believe the man should approach you, he should pursue you, and he should lead, especially in the early stages of dating. That's just what masculinity is.
She is correct. The average guy is not getting approached, he's not getting matched, he is not getting chosen. So when a girl walks up to him, the average guy is going to take it, regardless of the quality. Not because she's special to him, but because she's available. The truth is that the dating market has never really been equal. Especially now, it is far from equal. The average woman has a surplus of options. The average man has oxygen, which means that chances are, as a man, if you're sitting around waiting to be chosen, not approaching any girls, you may as well be sexual. The guys that win actually put themselves out there, approach, lead, embrace rejection, because that's how you play the game. It's not a fair game, and nobody said it was, but sitting around complaining about how the game is unfair does not help you.
What some of these modern women will do is they will shop. They will continue to shop over and over again, which, if that's what you want to do, okay. But when you're doing that, you're wasting a man's time, and you're wasting his energy, you're wasting his money, right? You're looking for a man that says, hey, I'm interested in you. That's what you said. You're looking for a man that is intentional. You get frustrated when a man says that. When a man says, I'm intentionally dating, and then he fools around and doesn't text you back, you get upset. Well, guess what? Surprise, surprise. You're doing the same thing. When a man says, hey, I'm serious about us, you want to change the subject. And then, 6 months later, when he's tired of chasing you around, playing all these silly games, you wonder why the man is less interested. You wonder why the man don't want to have anything to do with you, right? Y'all might get together and hang out, but you notice, oh, he's not so gung-ho about paying the bill like he used to. Or, this time he made me pay half. Well, what happened last week? You paid for the whole bill last week. Well, yeah, I want to be nice, but you and I are friends, right? Well, I mean, yeah, so I paid my half, you pay your half. I don't understand what the issue is. Well, I mean, I thought we were a little bit more than friends. I thought we were working towards going out. Yeah, I mean, but not for 6 months, though. Not for 6 months. It's me taking you out, paying for things, and doing things for you for 6 months. And, you're probably still out there looking for other guys. It doesn't take you 6 months to know, hey, I want to try this out. I want to test this out. What company do you know that has a 6-month free trial? Full access to services, by the way. Which company?
This is really interesting. Let's just put it this way. If you're a guy and you're scared of rejection, that is why you're not approaching girls, right? And you do want a girlfriend. And if I told you that you're going to get 100 no's before you finally find the girl of your dreams, you know how quickly the tables are going to turn. You're going to be an animal. You're going to go to every girl and be like, hey, how you doing? My name's Sam. No, you're not my type. Get rejected. Yeah, I'm down to 90. I've got 90 girls to go. After this, I find the girl of my dreams. You're going to be excited about getting rejected. You see the shift in the mindset? So put it this way. Every time you get rejected, you are actually getting closer to whatever your goal is. Whether it is finding a partner, whether it is finding a new job, whether it is starting that business. That's how life is. Now, given in this case, you knew you had 100 no's and, you can kind of gauge that, all right, I'm getting closer to my goal. And in life, you don't really have that concrete information how close you're getting to that goal. But you are. That's the truth.
What you'll see with a lot of these modern women is a bunch of entitlement, right? A bunch of expecting him to do all of the work, which is really what he has to do from the start. Has to put in a lot of investment. Mind you, when you look at investments, you're supposed to have a minimum amount of information when you make an investment. You're supposed to be able to look at somebody's financials for at least the trailing 12 months and say, okay, this is what they look like, to make some sort of decision. Some people are saying, well, have they been in business for a while? If you have a startup, it's going to be a little bit different. But even in a startup, you're looking for certain things. If you've invested in that space, you're looking for, certain things that a good startup would have this. So I'm going to go ahead and invest. Or you're talking even if they're just starting, you're saying this, what do you have to let me know that I can invest right now? Well, I'm brand new. I haven't gotten a chance to do it. Yeah, I know all of that. But I'm looking for certain indicators of potential so that I can invest. Modern women don't really bring that to the table. They're expecting you to invest in them on a wing and a prayer. It just, I have not shown you anything I have nothing to bring. I don't have anything to bring now, and I'm probably not gonna have anything to bring in the future. But just trust me, I'm gonna be good for you. That's what modern women are asking men to do. Just trust me. No credentials, no nothing. I'm gonna ask you about what you got going on. I want to make sure that you are doing what I need you to do, doing what I want you to do, but I'm not going to give you any reassurance anywhere.
And that's what I mean. First biggest benefit of understanding, especially what gender hormones do to our brains. You know, regardless of identification, whatever we identify as, gender hormones are real. It affects the configuration of the brain, the operation of the brain. It matters. And just when we know that, and then we find out that your thoughts affect your hormones. Yeah. I don't know. Did we talk about aromatase?
I don't think so. No, we didn't.
Okay. So I make up words. And one of the words I made up was testosterone. And I think women are equipped with testosterone. We can measure. We can smell it. We're measuring the level of testosterone in a man. And most women feel safe if a man has enough testosterone to be handy. We want handiness. But no more than that is scary. So just handy. But how men generate, how they build testosterone in their bodies is by resting. I tell men, don't ever say you're doing nothing because she'll give you something to do. You say, I'm building testosterone. But what'll happen is he's doing nothing on the couch, and then he's alive, y'all. He's worth something. And then what'll happen sometimes is she'll pop down and say, honey, I have some things to tell you. Could you just listen? Uh-oh. Because as you build testosterone, once you've built enough, you're now a racehorse in the gate, right? You're ready to produce a result. You're ready to something. You're ready to, you're ready. Okay, let's go. And then just listen. Oh God, just listen. How many times have I gotten in trouble for failing and just listening?
You know, you have a lot of men out here choosing peace, really, honestly and truly. It doesn't matter if a man is in a relationship or a man is, currently pursuing a relationship or a man doesn't have a relationship at all. It doesn't matter, right? Men have come to the point to where, I'm tired. I'm frustrated. There's no reason for me to continue feeling like this every day. I should not have to come home from work. And it's gotten to the point to where it's not even me coming home from work. I could be at work. And even it's gone beyond me being at work. I start my day with foolishness. You help me to start my day with foolishness. Men are tired of that. I start my day with foolishness. From the night before, you had something silly going on. I get up in the morning, you still have foolishness going on. I'm at work in the middle of the day, you still got foolishness going on. At the end of the day, I come home when I should be eating dinner, watching the game, still got foolishness going on. At all points and parts during the day, you've got foolishness going on. Why in the world would I want to be around them? Y'all don't care about it because you like keeping up mess. You like drama. You like to be the center of attention. Modern women, I'll take drama. I'll take this attention, this validation, however I can get it. But men are not that way. A lot of men are not that way. They don't like that type of stuff. But you're going to keep on doing that, and you're going to wonder why a man is like, you know what? I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to be a part of this nonsense. I'm just going to stay single. I'm not going to be part of this. I don't have to do this. You're wondering why. You're going to be asking where the men are. Staying far away from foolishness.
Okay, so this is why the guy on the dating app that you matched with isn't asking you out, and he's making like annoying small talk, and you're like, dude, we're on a dating app. It's time to go on a date. It's genuinely a misunderstanding. Here's what I mean. When a woman's on a dating app, she's using a whole bunch of information to decide if she wants to send a like or to respond to his like. She's going to look at all the pictures. She's going to see how they make her feel. She's going to read all the captions, see how those make her feel. If there's any socials on there, she's going to check those out, see how they make her feel. And then, bloop, like. So by the time they've matched, she's done her research. She knows she wants to go out with this guy. When a guy's on a dating app, it's a completely different experience. Number one, we rarely read captions. Number two, we probably don't even look at all your photos. Number three, we have not even checked out your interest to see if anything's aligned. We just do what dating apps are unfortunately built for, which is no, yes. And then once there's a match, and only once there's a match, do we decide that we want to know more about this person. Check out her social media, look at all her pictures, read the captions. So all the work that a woman did up front, like the pre-like work, the guy hasn't done that until there's been a match and probably a conversation going on. And though a lot of women want to say, well, he's just not masculine, he's not taking the lead, guys are scared to do stuff these days. Guys are logically minded. They know they're on a dating app to ask people out. It is in us to pursue. If he hasn't asked you out yet, it's because he's actually done a little bit of research and he's decided he doesn't want to. Am I right? Am I wrong? Everybody's experience? Tell me. Put it in the comments. Light me up, baby.
And you have a lot of modern women that talk about the mental load and men, emotional labor and all these other things and words that they've come up with. And I get it. I really do understand it. But we don't really ever hear the other side of the coin, where you have a man that's, talking about all of the labor that he has to deal with. Because every single time he has to deal with something, well, that's just what a man's supposed to do. And he's not supposed to complain about it. It's just supposed to be what it is. And when a man gets the benefit of the doubt, then all of a sudden, well, how come he gets that? I do that every day. Right, but there's a lot of things that men do every day. And people are like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Man, I go to work every day. I work 12 hours. Yeah, you're supposed to work hard, provide for your family. Yeah, but 12 hours a day though? Yeah. What would you say if I was working 15 hours a day? A little bit more stressful, but yeah, you're supposed to be providing for your family. What would you say if I was working 18-hour days and really I only had time to eat, sleep, well, not even sleep. I had time to, when I come home, I'm literally like wolfing my food. I'm dumping the plate in my mouth. I don't have no time. Jump in the shower. I have no time to watch no TV. I'm in the bed. Up the next day. I don't have a lot of time to do anything. I don't have any free time. Sounds hard, but you're a man. You have a strong back. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be providing for your family at all costs. Men used to go to war. I don't know if you remember that. That's what they would say to a man. And great for you. Yeah, he worked 18-hour days. That is wow. That's a lot. But once again, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're a man. And if you're complaining about that, you're not a real man. And so why is it any different when you have to do what a woman does? Congratulations. Thank you for that. But now you have to fulfill your responsibilities in a relationship the same way a man does.
Can we talk about how hard it is to leave the good guy? When you say, I want a divorce, and he's like, no, I want to work this out. Everything's going to be fine.
Free that man so he can find his wife. I'm going to say it again. Free that good man, Savannah, so he can find his wife. Because if you're unhappy, chances are he's unhappy too. But he just doesn't know how to express it. And he doesn't want to get help, clearly, to change the dynamics of your relationship. And I understand that you're unhappy and your feelings are very much valid. I don't want to invalidate them. But just know that once this marriage is over with, you might not find anybody better. And that's okay. But you got to be prepared to not hold him to a high standard that nobody else can reach. And you also may need to fall in love with the idea of being alone for the rest of your days. Because you know how people say the grass ain't always greener on the other side? Well, I haven't seen too many green pastures that look appealing nowadays, okay? So you might have to fall in love with you and be okay with that for the rest of your life. But yeah, free you and free him so y'all can both be happy.
And I think a lot of these modern women aren't really sure what a man actually is. They're not really sure what masculinity is. They're not really sure how to even handle masculinity, to be honest with you. They think they know. They talk about how they know. They talk about what they want. They didn't watch a Hallmark movie somewhere. They didn't read a book somewhere. They didn't go to the movies and seeing some type of romantic comedy or some romantic movie or Twilight reruns or something like that. And they're like, oh shoot, that's the type of love that I want. That's the feeling that I want. The fact of the matter is there is no feeling because that's a movie. They're actors and actresses. So there's most likely no feeling. It's professional. It's fabricated. It's fabricated. Now there has been some instances, well, I guess a few number of things where you have people that have worked together on set. I think Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie way back when they did Mr. and Miss Smith, classic by the way. Well, I like the movie. And then there was one that came out on Amazon. That series was pretty good to me, with Danny Glover and somebody else. Maybe it wasn't Danny Glover. Childish Gambino. Yeah, no, Danny Glover. I can't think of his name. But anyway, where, you know, Brad and Angelina got together and obviously they broke up. But, you know, for the most part, that's people with good writing, very good writing, very good imaginations, putting it on screen. Does it happen in some instances? Yes. What they're synthesizing for you in an hour and a half, 2 hours. In the Titanic's case, 3 hours, I think it was. Which back in the day, that was terrible. People actually went to go see that movie 3 hours. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would never. But anyway, sorry. Within that time span, what would probably take people 10, 15 years to get to be in sync, in a lot of cases, they're synthesizing for you within like 2 to 3 hours. And they're not really showing you any of the work that has to be done to get there. Modern women don't care about that.
I dumped the man of my dreams yesterday because he stopped acting like the man of my dreams. I asked him to do one simple thing, which was communicate with me more, particularly because he lives all the way on the East Coast and I'm in LA right now. In the same day, he left me on red for 24 hours. He got back to me and was like, oh, so sorry, I was at a Celtics game. And that was the end.
This is the lesson I want all women to learn. When you realize that what you want is no longer being served, you have to be willing to get up and walk away. Only women who don't have the confidence negotiate their non-negotiables. She told that man and made it clear to him, I need better communication. And that man tested her by not communicating with her for 24 hours and then thought he could just pop up with a lame excuse. I went to a game. A game is like 3 hours. What were you doing for the other 21? No, he wanted to see how serious you were about what you said. And she let him know, I'm serious enough to leave you when you don't do what you know is a requirement for me. She could have easily just went with the flow. They could have dated for another year and a half. He could have popped the question. They got married, had a baby, and then years down the line, they're going to break up for the same thing that she saw early on when she was dating. Instead of being his girlfriend complaining that he doesn't communicate, she'd just be his wife complaining about it. This is how women end up in situations where they've been asking the same thing from the same man for years. If you can't change the man, change the man. No begging, no pleading, just leave. Your absence will teach him more than anything you could ever say.
And you're seeing a lot of modern women that are expecting a man to pay for their experiences. They think that they provide so much value. They think that them just being there equates to money. Time is money. But for your time to be money, you would have had to built in value. You know what I mean? You would have had to have some value somewhere in order for your time to be worth anything. A lot of modern women are bums. So they're taught, oh, well, I look good, so I should have a modeling contract. You look good, but you don't look as good as you think you do. You know what I mean? Number one. Number two, you still have to bring some sort of value to whatever it is. Number one. Number two, let's say you're going out there and you're doing some sort of modeling, or you're an Instagram model and you're breaking into that space. Great. You're going to get a lot of people that like you. You're moving into a different space to where you're going to have to go beyond the surface level and provide more value. A lot of times modern women be stuck back in, oh, well, people like me for, I was an Instagram model, or I do this on I might cook on social media. Great, you're a cook on social media. As a man, I would expect you to be able to cook for the house. Oh, well, I only do that for Instagram. I only do that for social media. But I don't cook for no man. Why would you withhold the talent? And that's what I'm talking about. The things that you could do for a man, you don't do for a man. Say a man brings money to the table, or, he might bring money, or he might, look good. Yeah, hey, show me how to look how you look. Okay, well, I go to the gym, I eat this, this, and this. He's got to bring some sort of value. Well, it's the diet plan, and now I look good. And the number one thing, I'm healthier. Okay, the man can fix my problems with my house, or he's got connections to fix it. He's bringing some sort of value. Modern women, they think they just show up at the dinner and that's it. The experience is me. And me just being here, that's worth it. My time. Who I am. You owe me for my time. No, that's not how that works. You haven't given me any value yet.
Back in the olden days, until the dating apps took over, men got a chance to demonstrate excellence over time. So women say, well, I didn't like him at first, but I liked how kind he was to his parents. I liked the way he danced. With dating apps, it's been distilled down to a small number of observable digital criteria. Here's a distillable, analytical, measurable metric, height, and then your money, where you went to school, the Rolex that actually slips into your profile, where you live. Now those venues for demonstrating excellence, people aren't going to school as much, remote work. The bottom 90% of men end up just very discouraged and unfortunately start developing kind of misogynistic tendencies because they hold women accountable for their rejection because they don't have a place to demonstrate excellence, and also they aren't improving themselves. They're not stepping up and developing offline attributes, developing a kindness practice, volunteering, having interest. If you want to be in the top 5% of men in terms of attractiveness, you need to do only 3 things. Work out at least 3 times a week, work at least 30 hours a week outside of the home, and put yourself in the agency of strangers in the company of doing something bigger than yourself at least 3 times a month. Online dating has consolidated the market. It's been great for the top, and it's been really harsh on the bottom. I think the dating apps, generally speaking, have been bad. A lot of men and women get off these things and feel very discouraged. It also gives rise to a victim complex where they think, oh, I've been rejected in online dating. But maybe that's not where you get to shine. So your job is to level up, make yourself more attractive, and then find venues where you can demonstrate excellence.
What up? High value men don't tolerate much. To be a high value man, you don't have to just have money, status, etc. You can have all that and still be low valued. What makes him truly high valued is his character and internal strength, his self-respect. When people try to disrespect him, toy with him, get leverage over him, he's quick to leave. He is quick to set boundaries. He will not go out of his way to manage other people's emotions. He is also not a people pleaser. He does not chase. He does not pedestalize people. And he won't let anyone gaslight him into thinking he's not a real man, simply because he won't do what they want him to do. Instead, he invests his energy where it can grow, where not only he can amplify them, but they can nurture him. These types of men are extremely rare. Not many men have self-respect, no matter how much stuff they have. They'll have all the money and status in the world, but still get on their knees for a pretty little face. It's why women will be attracted to him, but not many of them will be able to hold him down. He wants what he wants, but also what's best for him. He knows the wrong partner can destroy his whole life. The ladies may say they want an extremely masculine man, but a lot of them genuinely cannot deal with one, cause he'll choose what gives him peace, not just what looks good. I talk about this stuff more on my YouTube. Join the mutual fam in my bio to grow with me. Drizzle.
7 dating standards that are the bare minimum if you're looking for a healthy long-term relationship. By the way, I'm Lauren, and I dated in the Bay Area for 10 years and went on hundreds of dates before meeting my husband, and I'm here to help you learn from my dating mistakes. The first standard is regular in-person dates that feel relatively easy to schedule. If it feels like pulling teeth to get time with them, this is a bad sign. If they already won't make time for you or it's difficult planning with them while dating, think about how that would translate to a relationship. No thanks. Number 2, consistent and transparent communication that doesn't leave you confused. If you're confused early on, they're probably not being straightforward, or they have poor communication skills, which is not what you want in a relationship. Number 3, they clearly express interest in you, but not in an over-the-top love-bombing way, but just in a way that shows that they enjoy you as a person and they enjoy spending time with you. Number 4, your values and lifestyle are mostly aligned, like 70 to 80%, and there are no deal breakers. It is good to have deal breakers, so please don't gaslight yourself out of your very reasonable standards. Number 5, they can clearly articulate their relationship intentions and they align with yours. None of this let's just see where it goes stuff. Number 6, they get to know you as a person. They ask you questions and then follow-up questions. They remember details about you. You should feel seen and noticed around them because this is one of the most important parts of a relationship. And number 7, they respect your boundaries without question. They don't subtly push you to do things when you already said no. They don't minimize your concerns. And this one is important, they don't use jokes to test the waters. I want to know, do you have these bare minimum dating standards, and what other bare minimum standards do you have? Because this list was definitely not a full list.
These are some boundaries you're going to want to have when you're dating someone exclusively. First of all, I will only date somebody who puts in similar amount of effort as I do. Second of all, I do not carry the emotional labor of the relationship all by myself. Also, I do not pursue, convince, or chase somebody to show up for me. I expect communication that is honest, timely, and respectful. And I address issues early instead of storing them away till they become resentment. And I do not tolerate hot and cold behavior, silent treatment, or emotional withdrawal as a form of punishment. I will not abandon my needs to avoid conflict. I don't self-abandon. I expect repair after conflict, not defensiveness, blame, or avoidance. I do not accept jealousy, control, monitoring, or possessiveness disguised as care. I do maintain my friendships, hobbies, independence, and identity, but I do not tolerate disrespect, especially jokes, subtle put-downs, or sarcasm. I'm not your buddy. They're not doing the things to you that I do. Speaking of which, I do expect emotional availability, not just physical presence. I pay attention to how I feel in the relationship. If I'm calm, safe, and grounded, we're good. But I don't want to be anxious, confused, or walking on eggshells. And lastly, if my needs are repeatedly unmet or dismissed, I will leave instead of explaining myself into exhaustion. Because ladies, your boundaries are important, even if it's uncomfortable to enforce, because they allow you to stay in a relationship without losing yourself. And we're not abandoning ourselves anymore.
I often hear women say that they won't be the first to ask a man out online, and here's why you need to do it. First and foremost, purely for the sake of taking control of your dating life back. Like, are you really just talking to a whole bunch of strangers online and just waiting around for them to be the one to ask you out? When you're dating online, you are literally just pixels in a sea full of profiles. Like, he has not assigned any meaning to you yet. Buyer Psychology 101 means people don't act until something feels personal, emotional, or urgent. And you asking him out does exactly just that. Suddenly you're not just a profile. You're someone that actually noticed him, and that is a game changer. Asking him out sparks surprise, and confidence is irresistible. When you aren't afraid to ask, it will show him that you're a woman who knows not only who she is, but also what she wants, and that you're not afraid to go get it. Asking a man out doesn't make you desperate. It makes you memorable. It's not chasing, it's choosing.
Your best and most honest advice that
Okay,
you can possibly give this
yes,
person.
all right.
I'm 31 and I've been with my boyfriend for 15 years. We still don't live together. We're not engaged and we don't have kids. 3 years ago, I bought a house with the intention of building a life together, but he kept saying he needed to get things in order first, save money, fix his credit. I gave him time, but every deadline he set came and went. Eventually, I rented out my house and moved back in with my parents, and now I'm questioning everything. I feel like after all this time, we're still not moving forward. I'll be honest, I made a mistake 2 years ago. I reconnected with an old friend and we kissed. I killed somebody.
Darn it.
I cut it off immediately, but my boyfriend found out and says he forgave me. Yet he still brings it up constantly. I told him if we're not living together by November, I'm done. But based on his actions, I don't see it happening. He makes good money, but has nothing to show for it. No car, no real progress.
No car?
I
Okay.
feel stuck, embarrassed, and behind compared to my friends. I don't know what to tell people when they ask about him anymore. No sé qué hacer. I think it's super simple.
I mean, I get it. There's nothing wrong with not having a car, but I'm like, if you make good money, like, I think she probably feels like he's not progressing intentionally. Something feels off there, for sure.
No quiere.
Right?
No quiere nada.
El que quiere,
Quiere.
quiere.
Finds a way.
Exacto. Exactly. We'll find a way, for sure.
But 15 years, no actual real commitment. Commitment to being together,
Yeah.
but nothing like...
no hay avance.
No avance.
Yeah. I think si te quedas ahí, girl, you're gonna keep waiting because you got him used to that.
One thing I cannot stand that people say when it comes to rejection is, what's the worst thing they could say? The worst thing that they could say is no. Exactly. That is the worst thing they could say. Because I'm still insecure. And I'm still figuring out how to deal with rejection. Rejection is like the number one catalyst to most people's traumas, whether it's from families, friends, loved ones, ex-relationships. When you are rejected, that is a cause of a domino effect of things that are going to happen to you in your life and your experience and how you perceive things. Yes, I don't want to be rejected. People say, well, you can just shoot more shots. No, I wanted to make that shot. I want that shot. That's the one. I'm that neurotic that I wanted to make that specific shot. And now that I didn't make it, the insecurities in me says, don't shoot no more. No more shots. We can't, no, because you can't make no more shots and no one likes your shots. That's why I tell people I don't go up to girls at the club or the bar or in public, just cold conversation. What? Absolutely not. I hate small talk. That's a whole separate video. I cannot stand small talk. Number two, if it ain't no connection or no mutual circumstance for me to be going up this, it is a running joke in my friend group. We know Mo is not going to break that ice with that group. You damn right. Ain't nobody about to hit no spin move on me and pretend like I'm not standing there. You got me. No, I don't care. Rejection is rejection. I don't want it in any form or facet. I'm not there yet. I'm too insecure for it. No, you're not about to have me feeling like I ain't or I'm just Casper the friendly ghost. You got me.
A lot of these modern women, what they want is the benefit of a good man. They want the benefit of a traditional man. They want the benefit, all the benefits, that tradition, that the patriarchy, whatever you want to call it. They want all of those benefits, but they don't really respect the man that's giving them those benefits. A lot of these modern women will go out here and still be messing with that. They'll find the dude and still be messing around with other dudes, talking about, I just can't find a man that respects me. Can't find a man that wants me and loves me and sees me for who I am. Can't find him. Well, what about this guy? Yeah, he does respect me. Is he ugly? No, he's not ugly. Is there any chemistry there? Butterflies. You say you're looking for a spark. Is there a spark there? Yeah, there's a spark there, but I'm 25. I'm 25. And I'm not paying attention to that spark right now. I'm trying to go out and create other sparks. Why would you go out and try to create another spark when you have the spark right here? Most people spend a lifetime looking for this type of man. You found him at 25, 26 years old. Some of these women, the the privilege of going to college, doing all that they need to do, and really honestly and truly, all that they want to do. Some of these women will be out here beat and racked up a high body count, done everything that you can think of by the time they're 30 years old. Run across a man that would be like, yeah, I know you was wild, but I'm willing to, I don't care about any of that. Well, what's going to happen when men start talking to you about, yeah, I know, but I'm willing to overlook that. It sounds like you're changed. It sounds like you've gone to therapy. It sounds like you're not the same person anymore. Why don't we get together? No, I don't want to do that. Well, I respect you. I'll take you out. I'll do all of these things for you. No, I'm not ready yet. I want to go another 5 years doing all of the things that I want to do. And then, honestly and truly, in about another 5 years, when he's found somebody that has less bodies, respects him, respects what he does for a living, respects his community, respects his family, whole 9 yards. Obviously, she ain't perfect. He ain't perfect, right? They go ahead and get married. And at about 35 years old, he got a 5-year-old. And you sitting up there trying to, freeze your eggs and do all that other nonsense. That's on you, man.